Ukraine's campaign of strikes against Russia's air defense system, particularly in occupied Crimea, is yielding noticeable results. At least on the peninsula, Russia's air defenses are showing signs of significant degradation. An open data analyst who goes by the pseudonym Athene Noctua reported on the social network X. He noted that the defense forces have once again begun using Bayraktar drones to carry out strike missions, something that has not been seen for a long time, due to counteraction from Russian air defenses. Secondly, Ukraine has begun to target civilian radars, which also assist Russian air defenses, but have so far been a low priority target for the defense forces. The third sign, Ukrainian strikes are being recorded further and further into Russian-controlled territory, including in regions of Russia itself, adjacent to Crimea. Athene Noctua notes that the Russian army has effectively lost its upper echelon of radio intelligence in this area, and the number of long-range SAMs, such as the S-300 and S-400, is constantly decreasing. And although the Russians still have many medium-range SAMs, such as the Bucha, the situation for the aggressor has been significantly more difficult. A further deterioration of the Russian air defense could have very negative consequences for Russian troops in the south of Kherson region. If properly equipped with targeting pods, both the F-16 and Mirage 2000 could provide close air support of Ukrainian troops against the Russians in this area, the analyst writes. In this situation, transporting military equipment across the Crimean bridge has become difficult. In some cases, the transported equipment is shot down right on the bridge. Recall, for a month and a half now, the Ukrainian defense forces have been systematically working to destroy Russian air defense systems of various types, and this is yielding results. This opinion was expressed by military expert Andrei Kadirov on air on Radio NV. According to independent analysts, more than 20 units of equipment were hit. These are Bucha 1.2, Tor 1.2 anti-aircraft missile systems, both launchers and complete systems. But for us, the most significant thing is that out of this number, more than 10 units are various types of radar observation stations. All of this is being deliberately knocked out in the region. Therefore, it facilitates the work of our aviation, in particular in the same Donetsk region, which allows us to provide much more active support to our defenders from the sky in defense, Kadirov said. He added that thanks to this, the defense forces managed to carry out a series of successful strikes on the Russians in the Zaporizhia direction. This approach also allows for more successful strikes on the territory of the Russian Federation. Russia is big. We see effective strikes on oil refining enterprises, on headquarters. This result became possible thanks to the preliminary work on the removal of RF radar surveillance equipment, because only certain short-range systems can operate without other radars, Kadirov added.
A pair of Venezuelan fighter jets flew over the USS Jason Dunham in the international waters of the Caribbean on Thursday, Pentagon officials said. According to Associated Press, a defense official, who spoke on condition of anonymity to freely discuss operational details, confirmed that 2 Venezuelan F-16 fighter jets flew over the destroyer, which is part of a group of at least 7 U.S. warships that have been deployed to the area as part of a mission to target drug smuggling. The maneuver comes days after the Trump administration revealed that it ordered a strike on a speedboat that it claims was carrying 11 drug smugglers, killing all of them. In a social media post late Thursday, the Pentagon called the maneuver by Venezuela highly provocative and argued that it was designed to interfere with our counter-narco-terror operations. Chinese leader Xi Jinping and Russia President Vladimir Putin chatted about how advances in science could prolong the human lifespan in a rare hot mic moment in the Chinese capital. According to Associated Press, the brief exchange was captured on a live news video feed of Xi and Putin on Wednesday as they walked on a red carpet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un at the head of a large cluster of high-level guests. The group was walking toward the viewing platform for a major Chinese military parade. Xi spoke first, and although only parts of his words could be made out, a translator followed in Russian. Before it said to be very rare to live up to 70, and now it said that you are still a child at 70. Putin, turning toward Xi, gesticulated with pointed fingers as he responded. Kim, on the other side of Xi, turned in to listen to both, breaking into an occasional smile. The Russian president's words were inaudible, but after he spoke, an interpreter can be heard translating what he said into Chinese. In a few decades, as biotechnology continues to develop, human organs will continue to be transplanted and people will become younger and perhaps even achieve immortality, the interpreter said. She appeared to break into a slight smile as the interpreter spoke, turning his head once to look at Putin briefly. The live feed then switched to an overhead view of the viewing platform on historic Tiananmen Gate, but the audio from the walking leaders continued. A voice that sounded like she said, "Some predict that within this century, it may be possible." Then the audio paused briefly. When it came back, someone can be heard saying at much lower volume, "May be able to live up to 150 years old." The second phrase follows naturally from the first one in Chinese, but it's not clear whether the second one is also she or someone else. A translator then said in Russian, "There are forecasts that in this world a person will live up to 100. The feed was provided by the Parade Media Center to international news agencies including the Associated Press. She presided over a parade that marked the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. Fighter jets, missiles and other military hardware were a display of strength intended in part to show the progress the country has made under Communist Party rule.
А сегодня говорят, что 70 лет, а еще ребенок.